So at the co-op, we get $15 is 70 pounds worth of vegetables. So I've got zucchini and some cucumbers here. I've got peppers and these kind of cucumbers. And I've got a whole bunch, a whole case of tomatoes. Look at the size of that. Tomatales. Grape tomatoes. And then they gave us a watermelon this week. So today and tomorrow I will be doing some jarring and I will show you the whole video. Tonight I'm going to prep the cucumbers to make pickles. So I'll show you that in a few minutes. Okay, so I have these mini cucumbers, bridges, and they're organic. And so because they're going to be going in the jar with their skins on them, I'm going to give them a good washing. And here's what I do. I fill up a pot or bowl in my sink that has water and white vinegar. This is hard to do one-handed. So they're all going to soak in here for about 10 minutes or so while I get the jars and the canner water drying. And then, yeah. So there they are. And there's vinegar, white vinegar in here, probably about a cup of white vinegar. And that should get all the bacteria off of it. And the water will wash them. And then I'll go through when I'm cutting, and if there's a piece that maybe I don't think is good, it will go in a pile for the turtle. So I'll be back. So I've got my cucumbers soaking in the vinegar. I've got the couple jars that I'm going to use. You can reuse the jars. You can reuse the rings, but you should always try to get new lids, okay? And so I always have a couple on hand. Sorry about that. I like to have fresh towels. And then I set a fresh towel over here on this side of the stove. I've got my water bath pot going. And then I've got 2 more towels here. And I'll show you how I'm going to use that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up these cucumbers while the water's getting hot. And then I will be back to show you what's next. Okay, so we're at the next step. So the first thing I want to show you is I have my jars in there and they're boiling and they're getting hot for sterilization. I have my special tool to take them out. And this little magnet will pick up the lids so I don't have to touch them. Okay, over here I have the brine going. It is a hot brine. This was a package that my husband got me today, so I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's good or bad. We're gonna see. And we're gonna keep it nice and warm, so it's just kind of on a little medium there. Now, this is where I'll be doing the jarring. So I have some peppercorns, dill, onion, and garlic, and a little bit of vinegar, and I'll tell you what that's about in my little thingy here. Because even though this package has everything that it needs in it, I still like it to look pretty. And I think it looks really nice when the dill is floating around in there. So the other thing is my cucumbers. So what I did with the cucumbers was I put them in a bowl with a little bit of salt, let them sit for about 10 minutes, and then I rinsed them off. So the cucumbers are ready to go. And I chunked them. And actually, they look pretty good. So let's see what happens next. Okay, so I had 5 jars cleaned. I only ended up using 4, which is fine. And after I put the cucumbers in, I put some peppercorn, onion, a piece of garlic, and some extra dill. And now I'm going to get ready to fill them up. So let me show you how I do that. I need to get my ladle. And I've got my brine here. And what I'm going to do is I have this handy contraption. I'm going to sit that on the top. Ladle. And put the hot brine over the cucumbers. Now, when you're doing pickles or jarring, you usually want to leave a 1/2 inch from the top. So I'm going to stop right there. move my little thingy and go to the next one and let that settle just a bit. Okay. Next one. Ow, hot. That is very hot. Okay. This brine really smells good, whatever kind. I forget what the name of it was. I'll have to go back and look. It's got a little bit of a yellow color to it, so I'm thinking there's probably some turmeric in it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna top off, making sure that all the cucumbers are covered. Now, this one looks like it's out of place. So I'm gonna try and push him down. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more, just a touch more brine over him. That looks good. Okay, same thing with this one. That looks perfect. Oh, I forgot this one, this little guy. I forgot him. It's hard to do this with, I should have got my stand out. I don't know why I didn't. I got a brand new stand. Okay. And then let me just check this one again. He needs a little bit more brine. Just a touch bit more. Half an inch from the top. This one I'm going to add a little bit more too. This one needs some more. Okay. Whoops, that's too much. So if you have too much, take some out. Just ladle some out. And I think that looks about good. Okay. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, sorry about that. Somebody just came to my door. Never touch the lids once they've been sterilized. So you put that on. Next one goes on. Sorry, I don't know who's at the door. I'm not answering it. That one. So I've got two, and then I had dropped one, so I had to re-sterilize it. So you can see that. Okay. Yeah, that stuff smells good. Okay, so I've got all the lids on. Ow. Hot. So I got all the lids on. I'll put the rims on, and then they're going back in the water bath for 15 minutes. Okay, there they are. They just got out of their bathtub for 15 minutes. And I have hard water in the house, so I like to wipe them off because I don't like that little white film. Now, what's happening here is the broth was hot. Then we warmed it back up in the water bath. So I don't know if I'll be able to get it on here, but what's happening is the hot air, as it starts to cool, you'll start hearing pop, 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 pop as the lid inverts. So the funny thing is I've only done 4 jars here, but if I've done 10 jars and then we go to sit down to watch TV or something, you'll hear pop, 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 and it sounds like either popcorn or somebody shooting at us. So, okay, so there you go. All those cucumbers that you saw me put out there before, now they are into 4 jars of pickles. Doesn't seem like a lot when you saw how many cucumbers, but when you cut them up, you know, it takes up less space. So what I'm going to do is clean up my mess. Tomorrow, my friend is coming over, and we are making, I have a whole bunch of zucchini. So I was trying to think what to do because I've done everything I possibly can. And I found a recipe for pineapple zucchini. So I'm going to put this video up, and then tomorrow, we're going to work on the zucchini. Thanks, guys.